time I close my eyes, every time I close my time I close my eyes.
Yes, guys, welcome back. Everyone had a great weekend. It is the Monday show. Big up to everyone. Thank you for joining me in your lunch hour. I do appreciate it, guys. We got lots of topics to talk about today about Liverpool Football Club. Should be a good show, guys. Me heated debate, maybe. I'll get you guys in on the chat as well. Your opinions as well matter on the show, guys. So make sure you get your opinions in the chat as well, guys, about everything we're debating today as well. Big up to everyone in the house already. I do appreciate you being here. I really do, as always. First off, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well if you're not subscribed to the channel already. I'd appreciate it. I really would. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up SG as well. Badrian Barnes in the chat. How you doing, my man? I hope you're doing well. Good morning, James. Teams of Medicine. FSG, big up to you. Ride Shotgun, big up. Jen in the house as well, big up to you. And we got Ant, Vincent, Psychedelic, Ravi, big up to all of you. All of you, big up to every single one of you in the house already. I do appreciate you being here. So, guys, we've got a few things to talk about. So, first, we're going to talk the Queven Kelleher stuff that's coming out today. Looks like Liverpool looking to let him go this summer to release funds. Yeah, you can imagine how that's gone down on Twitter. FSG now not looking to sell football club. They're looking for investment into the football club or help with transfers. I've got the story about that as well. We'll talk about that. Jurgen Klopp happy to stay for another 10 years. Now, I said the other day, I think Klopp stays longer in his 3-year contract that he's got remaining. Now, we'll get into that. Obviously, there's some fans who are not quite happy with that news. But we'll talk about it. So there's a lot of chat about it, guys. Obviously, we'll go back about the Chelsea game. We'll go through that game as well. What's happened to our seasons? What's happened to this football club? And the comments made by Thiago, guys. The comments made by Thiago over the weekend saying that the team are mentally fried. The team are mentally done. You know, what they did last season has mentally affected them this season. And Thiago also saying it was one of the greatest seasons he's ever had in his professional career last year. Are the team actually fried? Or is that an excuse? Is that too easy of an excuse for these players to give that they're mentally fried? So we're going to talk about all that. But first off, let's talk about everyone's favourite person in the world. Let's talk about everyone's favourite person in the world, John W. Henry. Everyone loves him. This man don't do nothing wrong, does he? Yeah, I don't know why he would be in the news. Why would he be in the news? Let me know, guys. Let me know. But yeah, let's talk about everyone's favourite person. I'm being facetious. John W. Henry, right. Boo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's talk about him, guys. So, There is news coming out today. Liverpool takeover latest as the hopes of one potential FSG plan gradually fading. Liverpool sale to latest including the Qatar speculation. FSG quotes potential buyers. Right. Fenway Sports Group are seeking new shareholders at Liverpool, with a full takeover of the club now looking less likely. The American group, led by principal owner John W. Henry, recruited major bank Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley to assess the market conditions. When news of potential sale first broke in early November, FSG provided the following statement to the Echo. There have been a number of recent changes of ownership and rumours of changing in ownership in the EPL clubs, and inevitably we are asked regularly about Fenway Sports Group ownership in Liverpool. FSG has frequently received expressions of interest from third parties seeking to become shareholders in Liverpool. FSG has said that under the right terms and conditions, we would consider new shareholders if it was for the best interests of the football club. FSG remains fully committed to the success of Liverpool, both on and off the pitch. We are. This is going to piss so many people off. Here we take a look. Here we take a look at what has been said so far, why FSG might be selling, and the views of Jurgen Klopp, who could potentially buy the club. So, guys, there you have it. There you have it. Don't shoot the messenger, whatever you do. Don't shoot the messenger. Big up to everyone in the chat. You're doing well. Thank you very much for joining me, Indian Scouts, who are in the house. To smack the look off his face as Bajan. Yeah, man, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. That is quite a yeah. So, I don't know what to think, man. Look, everyone knows me. I've never really hated FSG from a standpoint like some do, but I want them out of the football club now, right? I actually want them gone now. Yeah, I want John W. Henry and FSG to go. I can understand, right? I'm going to put my business hat on. Yeah, I'm going to put my business hat on. By the way, this is not me sticking up for FSG. I'm going to make that abundantly clear right now. I'm not sticking up for FSG. I'm just putting my devil advocate kind of thing. I'm putting my business hat on. If I have got a company, right? If I own a company that generates 700 million euros a year through commercial revenue, why would I want to sell that company? I'm just putting it out there right now, right? So as a business, if I'm generating 700 million euros a year through commercial revenue, why would I sell that business? Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm not sticking up for them. I'm not. I'm just doing this from my business point of view. If you're generating that much money through the year through commercial revenue, and you potentially can keep recruiting that kind of money through the years to go, like the 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you're generating money like that, why would you sell that business? That makes no financial sense. So when they saw them numbers come out, they must have been thinking, hang on, do we actually want to sell this football club? We are generating 700 million a year through commercial revenue. Why would we sell that? 700 million, guys. This is a ridiculous number they're generating off the pitch. Now, that is a generation of revenue, what they're doing right now. Obviously, that is not profit. Profit is a completely different thing because we don't know what the operating costs of this football club are. Now, once we know what the operating costs of this football club are in April, when the tax year comes out, and we see what profit they've made, then we can have another chat about it. But right now, we can only go off the numbers that we've been given right now. Otherwise, I'm just guessing. So I can't be doing that. But if that's what they're generating a year, I can see why they don't want to sell the football club, right? Now, off the pitch, they're generating money, and we work on plus profit a year. Now, there's a lot of football clubs in this country alone, top football clubs in this country alone, who lose money every single year. 100, 200 million losses. They deal with losses every single year. Liverpool don't really deal with losses the last few years under FSG. So they're a profitable football club, right? So their business is profitable, right? There's no real debt on the football club. As far as I know, they're not taking money out of the football club. I don't know that for 100% fact. No one does. If anyone says they do, it's just hearsay and guesswork. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be liable for anything. But at the moment, all I know is that we don't do that right now. Yeah. So off the pitch, they're generating money after money after money. Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of millions they're generating. We got no real debt, right, in the football club. Everyone has debt. Debt is it's like manageable debt. Yeah, it's not like Man United debt, which is like 600 odd million. Yeah, now I'm not saying they've done this with their own money, but it's under their ownership. Obviously, we got the name right for AXA. AXA put the money up front to build the brand new training facilities, yeah, and that's fine, right? But that's still under their ownership. Anfield got now everyone wanted to move from Anfield to make a new Anfield, right? But they were like, no, we're staying here and we're building up the stadium, and it's going to be like 62,000 next season or the season after when the thing is complete. And that's brilliant. 62,000 all-seater stadium at Anfield. Fantastic. Big stadium, right? More revenue. So they built all that up, yeah? And they're a profitable business. So if you're a profitable business and you're making that much money and you're a businessman, would you actually want to sell the football club just yet? Or would you look at it and think, if I had new investors into this football club that are willing to come in on 38 to 44% investment ship up. Apparently that's what they're looking for. He wants to be the main shareholder still with over 50%. So he's looking for a higher investor into the football club. Someone comes into the football club and willing to invest, at that 40% mark, and they put players into transfers, yeah, then I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it as long as we spend the money on transfer. This is my thing, guys. This is my thing. As long as we get money for transfers, is it a problem? Honestly, is the ownership a massive problem? This is me playing devil's advocate, guys. I'm not saying I'm not sticking up for them or anything like that. I'm just bringing some things to the table to discuss about. So we're a profitable football club, yeah? There is not many profitable football clubs. We make high revenue, yeah? We got no real debt. We got a new training facility. The stadium's all done up. Things about the football club is all nice and new, yeah? Right? But if they just put investment into the football pitch, are they the worst thing in the world? That's all I'm asking. That is all I'm asking. So if they got investors in that are willing to take a 40% share of Liverpool Football Club, and remember, it's not a 40% share into FSG. I think people with the Redbird thing get really confused by it. Redbird bought a percentage of FSG, so they bought into FSG's company, yeah, their business holdings, right? Not Liverpool Football Club, right? That's the big difference there. Their money. When Redbird had the meeting with FSG and bought into FSG's corporation, their business model, we don't know if they said, like, right, this money's not for Liverpool Football Club, it's not for Boston Red Sox, it's not for anything else. We're just buying a percentage of your company but we don't know the ins and outs and all that. We need to know the ins and outs. But they need to spend more money. There's no doubt about that. They need to spend more money. Bajan says FSG still wants the NBA expansion team. How are they getting that unless they sell that? Yeah, see, this is a good point as well. At the end of the day, I do think if someone came with $4 billion, if someone came up to John W. Henry and said, look, I'm willing to buy Liverpool Football Club, what's your number? Like, I match it, what's your number? And John W. Henry says, like, 4.5 billion. 4.5 billion buys Liverpool Football Club right now, and they match that offer. Of course he's selling it. Of course he's selling it. But I don't know if anyone's coming in that matches his number. Now, I know a lot of people will say he's greedy and he should sell Liverpool Football Club anyway. And I look at it and think, look, if you've got a business, that you've built up over the years, right, and it's making massive commercial revenue, it's a profitable football club, you've got a brand new training facility, hundreds and hundreds of millions of pounds worth of training facility, you got almost like a brand new stadium, right? And you got no real debt on the club, and it's a profitable business. You'd want maximum money for that corporation, wouldn't you? So I don't blame him holding out for 4 billion if that's what he wants. Do you know what I mean? If he wants 4 billion and that's what he's holding out for, he has every right to ask for it. Do you know what I mean? It's not greed. It's just like, that's business, guys. Business is a greedy world. Business is a greedy world. Everything is about greed in business. You're there to make money, guys. No one's in business to lose money. No one is in business to lose money. No one's in business to lose money. No one starts a business up and goes, right, my plan today is to lose money. You lose money when you start businesses. You always lose money at the start. But the whole goal of it is to make it the most profitable business you can make it, and just make that, making them ready. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. And I can't blame a person for wanting maximum investment into their football club. They built it up. It's profitable. There's no debt. New stadium, basically, new training facilities. Everything is good off the pitch. It's only on the pitch where the problem is. But off the pitch, as an investor, so if you're a businessman, you're not really coming in. A business person, if they go buy a Liverpool Football Club, they're not really going to look what's on the pitch. They go look what's off the pitch. What's the business like off the pitch? How do the books look? They get shown around everything. New training facilities, new stadium. No real debt, a profitable business. That's why people want to buy Liverpool Football Club. All them three things. And they're like, but that costs. And that costs a lot of money, man. It costs a lot of money. And if someone's not going to pay £4 billion for Liverpool Football Club, if that's the rumour, what John W. Henry wants for this football club is around the 4 billion mark, then if no one's offering it, why would he sell it? Do you see what I mean? That's not me sticking up for him. That's just a business. It's just business, man. I know everyone says about Abramovich. Abramovich had no choice but to take a lower pay. He had no choice, man. There's a war going on. He paid into the war. There's heat on him. The man had no choice. The man had no choice about to take an underpayment for Chelsea Football Club. He had no choice. And but John W. Henry and FSG don't have that right now. They're sitting pretty, man. They're sitting pretty. If someone's willing to pay the money, they will pay it. Don't you worry about that. But if no one's willing to pay the money, then I'll stay around. I'll stay the owner. I want the majority share of this football club, but I need people to pay into it. I want investors. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes. Hopes of a full sale takeover of Liverpool are gradually fading, according to the Telegraph Sam Wallace. FSG are still looking for investors to come in with cash injection with additions to the squad much needed. This goes along with what echoes David Powell's been saying, as FSG would prefer to keep a stake in the club unless a full valuation is met. Wallace said that Liverpool's hopes of a full sale are gradually fading, and the compromise might be sell part of the club that raises funds and can be reinvested. Relationship between FSG and Liverpool's fan base is not, if not in all quarters of it, is relatively be calmed, at least in comparison to United and the Glazers. Yeah, this is a thing. This is a good point. Yeah, this is a good point they bring up. So when you look at United fan base and the Glazers, yeah, there's not anyone in the United fan base, yeah, who's happy with the Glazers. There's not one person I know in the United fan base that are happy with the Glazers, yeah, at all. They all want the Glazers out of their football club. They want their club to be sold. The Liverpool fan base is a little bit different. The Liverpool fan base is a little bit different. And it's split. It is very split. It is very split. Some of the Liverpool fan base are quite happy with FSG. We're not happy with them, but don't see a major concern. And a lot of people are like, no, there is a major. So it's very, very split right now. But where you have Man United fans and the Glazers, there's no split. They just want them out, man. They just want them gone, right? And you can't say the same for Liverpool fans at this moment in time. I talk to a lot of Liverpool fans, especially doing YouTube and that, being a content creator. You talk to a lot of Liverpool fans, yeah? And there's a lot that don't see an issue. They think, like, just get some investors in, and what's the problem? Some people that are FSG in, a lot of people that will be FSG are happy with FSG. We'll talk about what I spoke about. The good business. We're a profitable football club. We make high revenue, new training facilities, basically a new stadium. Why would I go against them right now? So you've got this split loyalty in the fan base, where with Man United, everyone wants the Glazers gone. But then if you look at the Glazers at United, stadium's falling apart. 600 million £600 million worth of debt, terrible training facilities. So on the pitch, the Glazers do better in FSG. Off the pitch, FSG do better in the Glazers. So it's a weird one, ain't it? It's a mad one. Bajan says, Jamie, go look at Mo Salah's tweet last week on the 2021 profits. And after team expenses, it will give a good idea on why we operate the way we do. Oh, yeah. I was reading it, Bajan. Exactly. This is why we buy to sell, man. This is why we buy to sell. They operate the way. This is the way FSG operate, guys. They're never going to change. They're never, ever going to change, guys. Never. I mean, it's asking them to change is really pointless. Do you know what I mean? If people want these owners to change, they're not going to. This is their business model. Look, if you're very successful with a certain business model, why would you change it? In all honesty, yeah, right? I'm not American, obviously, but I don't really know much about American sports. Bajan might know a bit more of me. If he's in the chat, he can help me out here. But I do believe the Boston Red Sox never won a World Series. Was it 100 years since they won a World Series or something like that? And then all their World Series lately have come under FSG ownership. I believe that's right. That's what I've heard somewhere, but I can't tell you if that's the truth because American sport is not my strong point. I won't lie. So I believe that's the case. But yeah, I think they won one. Yeah, it's correct. Oh, there you go. Pick up Bajan. Yeah, so all their World Series have come under the time that FSG owned them, right? Go and watch the film Moneyball, guys. Go and watch the film Moneyball if you need to know. It's just, and look, and there's a lot of similarities between the Boston Red Sox and Liverpool Football Club. There's quite a lot of similarities. The way they are as a sports tradition in Boston, it's like religion. Red Sox is religion. Their sport, like the Bruins. I think it's the Bruins. Is that the ice hockey team? And the Red Sox and the New England Patriots and all that. It's a religion. Sport's a religion in that part of America. And I think, like in Liverpool, football is everything. Football is a religion. It's everything to Liverpudlians. Absolutely everything. And they're a huge side that are down on their luck, down on their times, in a bad way, and then they brought them back to greatness. A bit like the Red Sox. Yeah. Now, obviously, American sport and British football, football is completely different, I think, to a lot of sports, especially American sports, because I don't think there's anyone. I don't think in American sports, I don't believe they do transfers. They don't buy players, do they? They do that draft stuff, don't they? And it's all about wages and long contracts. Where in football, it's very unusual compared to a lot of sports where you've got to buy a player, and then when you bought the player, you've got to pay his agent. And then when you paid his agent, then you've got to pay the player over a contract over a certain amount of years. So there's like 3 things you have to do there to buy a player in football. Where I think in America, it's all about the draft, ain't it? And it's about using the college system, I believe. Is it your college system you use? Like college ball is very popular in America, ain't it? Like college basketball, March Madness. Ain't that college basketball, college football? It's very, and they come through to be the next NFL stars or the NBA stars and stuff like that. So that's how they use. It's a completely different business. It's a completely different world. It's a completely different world. What does Bajan say here? American sports are a lot different. Professional teams in North America have cap systems included compared to football. Exactly. And didn't there is a transfer like football, but you do trades with other teams and give up asset for another one. Oh, okay. So you just trade the players off, sort of thing. Got ya. But yeah, in football, you're literally buying a player, ain't you? You're literally using. If I want, say, if you want Mbappe, right? Say you want Mbappe, you're probably gonna have to pay like 300 million for him just to buy him. Then you're gonna have to pay his agent, and then you're gonna have to pay 800 grand a week for like 5 years on his contract, and then you get, all that comes out, and you're like, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And I believe, didn't FSG just give the? Look, I don't know about it. So there's a player for the Boston Red Sox. Apparently, his contract was coming to an end or something, and FSG gave him a brand new contract or something like that. I'm not sure. And then obviously they did that. There was that video over the weekend, weren't there, of John W. Henry basically saying we have to higher ticket prices because the Major League Baseball is a very expensive sport, and they all booed him. I don't know what it. I mean, it's mad. I don't know. I don't live in that world. 300 million for 11 years, and that's another thing as well. The contracts are huge, ain't they? They get long-term contracts in these sports. 11-year contract. 300 million for 11 years is nothing compared to football. Some players get that for 4 years. Some players get that for like a 4 or 5 year deal, don't they? 300 million. So football is a more expensive sport all round, man. It's a more expensive sport all round. Yeah, they increased the ticket prices in the for the Boston Red Sox, and all the fans went against it. But apparently, John W. Henry said the MLB, is that right, Major League Baseball? Yeah, MLB is so expensive now, they've got no choice but to up the ticket prices. I don't know. I can't say if he's right or wrong because I don't live in that world. I don't know how much the average baseball player makes. You know what I mean? So I can't say about that. Big up Jamrock in the house. See, look, my American guys in the chat helping me out. That's what I need, yeah, because I don't know anything about American side of football sport. Any sport where whoever had the most money is the greatest chance to win. It's sports not governed by party. Big up Jamrock. Right, though. He's definitely right. Agent Gerrard to get everyone relegated, I think everyone get relegated no matter what. What's that? Bajan says the NBA has a luxury tax system as well. A luxury tax system? Is that to get certain players in you shouldn't really be able to afford? Just bring McAllister and said Mateus Nunes, please. So yeah, that's my thing on John W. Henry, guys. So look, I want FSG to leave this football club now because the way they operate as a company and as a business probably doesn't work right now in the Premier League in this transfer market. The way money is going in this transfer market right now, average players are going for 40 and 50 million. Yeah. And Liverpool have got to buy more established footballers right now. Liverpool have to buy more established footballers right now. Yes, you will find some bargains out there. Of course you will. You can find bargains out. If you've got good scouting, you can find some gems out there for no money. Absolute gems. Of course you can. And Liverpool need to look for them as well. Liverpool need to look for them gems. And we all, the scouting team ain't doing their job. No one's doing their job right now. But if FSG can't afford to invest anymore and they're done, and this money ball system way we play at the top end of the game has taken us as far as we can, then they have to leave the football club. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. But if we got new investors in, if somebody came in with a lot of money and invested 40% of their thing into Liverpool Football Club with FSG, and they're willing to invest, a bit like Todd Bowley's got, yeah? Todd Bowley owns Chelsea Football Club, but he has investors, and they're willing to invest money to make Chelsea great again, yeah? That's what we need, yeah? That's what we need. And if we have that, then fine, do it. But at this moment in time, without that, I think we're in a lot of trouble. I think we're in a lot of trouble. With how our team is playing, best thing this season would see Evan get ready. Oh yeah, definitely. Big up Adam doing, mate. As it stands, we need to sell a really top young goalkeeper and Phillips to fund the transfer. This is dodgy. Right, I'm going to get to that next, guys. So I'm going to get to that next. But big up to everyone, Bajan especially. Thank you for helping me through that, because you know the American side of stuff I'm not quite sure with. So big up to you, Bajan. I do appreciate it, my friend. I really do. Let's talk about Kelleher. Let's talk about this young man. Let's talk about Kelleher. Now, tremendous footballer, tremendous goalkeeper for us. Liverpool's number 2. But the news coming out today is that the club are willing to sell him in the summer to release funds to start investing and building up this football team again, right? So you can imagine how that went down on Twitter today. You can imagine how that went down on Twitter. Young Kelleher being used as a pawn for FSG's play game, right? That's all I've seen, right? Now, let's look at it. Let's look at this a bit differently, guys. Let's look at this a bit differently, right? Let's look at the old Kelleher thing a little differently. So Kelleher is a young goalkeeper who, for me, is a very good goalkeeper and can be a number 1 at another club, yeah? I believe Kelleher could play for Tottenham right now. I think he's better than Lloris right now. I think Kelleher's better than Lloris. Kelleher's probably looking at the market and looking at the teams he could play for and think, I'm as good as that goalkeeper, right? Look at it as well from another point of view. He's number 2 to Alisson. Arguably, if not, the best goalkeeper in world football, yeah? You are number 2 to him. You are never, ever go to play, right? Kelleher knows that. He ain't a silly man. This is a clever young man, you know. He knows he's got Alisson there. To dethrone Alisson, Kelleher would have to be at such an elite level that Klopp can't ignore him no more and has to put him into the team. Now, Klopp don't even play him in FA Cups no more. You know, Alisson plays the FA Cup games now. So if you're Kelleher, you're sitting there thinking, I'm only playing League Cup games. That's all I'm playing. Premier League, unless Ali gets injured, Alisson's playing every single Premier League game, every single Champions League game, and every single FA Cup game that he's in. So Kelleher is only playing League Cup games. So he's only playing 2 games a year. 2 games a season. He's only playing 2 games a season. Now, Kelleher might have already come up to Liverpool and said, look, I want to be a first-team player somewhere else. I want to be a first-team player for somewhere else. I mean, look, Alisson could be Liverpool's number 1 still for another 5 years, yeah? He's got a long contract, Alisson. He could be Liverpool goalkeeper for another 3 to 5 years. Does Kelleher want to sit there as number 2 and only play League Cup games for another 3 or 5 years? You know, he's got ambitions, man. You'd think Kelleher's got ambitions. So when the news comes out today that Liverpool are willing to let Kelleher go, are willing to let Kelleher go for to make funds available. I was on Twitter today. I was like, it actually makes sense. I can see the reason. I can see the reason behind it, because he's a young lad who wants to be Liverpool. He wants to be number 1. He probably looks at Tottenham and Leicester. Look at Leicester. You're telling me Kelleher couldn't be the number 1 for Leicester right now over Danny Ward? Easily could be. Could he be number 1 for Tottenham? He could go and play for Tottenham tomorrow. He's better than Lloris. Do you know what I mean? So when Jurgen Klopp gave the FA Cup games to Alisson, he must have been like, what? Why am I only playing League Cup games now? Why is Alisson playing FA Cup games now? Should someone explain to me in the comments? Why is Alisson playing FA Cup games? Why ain't Kelleher playing League Cup and FA Cup? Give him all the cup games. Let him play all the cup games. Look how good he was last year. Let him play all the cup games. Alisson, he's a good enough goalkeeper. So what does that tell me about Jurgen Klopp's thoughts of Kelleher? What does that tell me about Jurgen Klopp's thoughts of Kelleher? Does he trust Kelleher to play him? Why does he not trust him no more to play FA Cup and League Cup anymore? Why is he only playing 2 games a season? So if you're thinking about it that way, Kelleher might want to leave anyway. And if he is a sellable asset, that's the one I understand. I do understand it if you think about it like that. Be honesty with the super chat. Appreciate it, my friend. The highest paid NLB is Max Shazarov, 130 million, 3-year contract with annual contract value of 40 million plus 100,000 every time he plays in an all-star game. Wow. Big money, my man. Big money. And honestly, again, with another super chat, big up to you. Apparently, Liverpool is waiting for Wolves to finish their transfer before a bid of Ruben Neves. Yeah, that is apparently the truth. Yeah, he played it. Did he play in the replay? But he didn't play. No, he played in the first game, didn't he? But he didn't play in the replay, did he? I can't remember now. Did he play in the replay? Or did he play in both games? I know he didn't play in one of them. Let me have a look. But he played in the replay, didn't he? But I know he did. Did he play in the replay or did he play in the first game? I can't bloody remember. But was it last season that he didn't play in the FA Cup games as well? Hang on. I am so confused. Hang on. Ease up. Right, let me have a look. He better be playing against Brighton then. Right, let me have a look. Hold on. Where are the games here? Right, it was 1-1 in the first game, wasn't it? Was it 1 or 2-2? I can't remember who played that game. Right, did he play that game as well? I can't remember. Yeah, Alisson played the first game. Yeah, Alisson played the first game. Yeah, Alisson played the first game, guys. Yeah, Ali played the first game and Kelleher played the replay because Klopp wanted to go. But look at the team that played in the replay. It's mad. So I don't know. If that's the one who wants to go, I understand it more than anything. Like Alisson played the first game when we drew 2-2, and then Kelleher played the replay. It'd be interesting in the Brighton game if Kelleher plays in that. That'd be interesting. If Kelleher don't play in the Brighton game, guys, on the weekend, and it's Alisson in goal, then I'm a bit like, yeah, I agree, Ash. I don't think Kelleher was going to stay regardless. I agree. I think Kelleher wanted to go this summer anyway. So if Kelleher, yeah, exactly, he's not going to stay for 10 games. This is why I'm not too upset about this. A lot of people are fuming about it, but I can understand both parties. I think Kelleher want to leave, and I think, yeah, I can understand both parties, guys. Be honesty again with big super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Can we send Curtis Jones and Ox to Wolves for 35 million for Neves? Sorry, buy Nunes for next season, like we did with Naby. I mean, yeah, could be. Big up, Munsey. Are you free tomorrow at 7:30, mate? I am not sure. I have to get back. I did see your WhatsApp just before I started, to be fair, Munsey. Sorry, I ain't got back to your WhatsApp from last week either. I'm useless at getting back at WhatsApp, so I do apologise because I only have it on my computer. I don't have it on my phone. Yeah, I'll get back to you, my man. I got back to you because I don't know what's going on tomorrow yet. It's my wife's birthday soon, so I might be a bit busy, but I'll get back to you. Offering 250 grand a week in it to stay. Yeah, but that's wasting money, though, Trudon. That's wasting money. Yeah, so the Kelleher thing, I can understand people's upset about it. I can understand everyone's upset about Kelleher. I really can. But if you think about it logically, is he ever going to play for Liverpool and be Liverpool's number one? What, Alisson's here? No. If he's happy only playing League Cup games and the odd FA Cup game every season, and he's happy with that, then yeah. But if he's got ambitions, if he's ambitious and looks at it and think, I could go to Leicester in the summer and be their number one goalkeeper. I could go to Tottenham in the summer and be their number one goalkeeper. If he's ambitious like that, we shouldn't let him. We shouldn't stand in his way of being ambitious, should we? And get good money for him. I'd want 30 to 40 million for Kelleher, easy. If we get less than 30 million for Kelleher, then this club needs. Oh, we can't get less than 30 million for Kelleher. You know what I'm saying? What would you take for Kelleher, guys? Let me know in the chat right now. What do you reckon a sensible offer for Kelleher would be? Nothing less than 30 million for me. Sell him, get 30 million, get rid of Adrian too, spend 10 and 15 million on keeper. Yeah, we are looking at that German goalkeeper. Everyone forgets about that. There was a story a few weeks ago that a German goalkeeper we've been looking at. So, yeah, 50, minimum 30. I say 30 to 50. Yeah, 30 to 50. I agree. He's a very good goalkeeper for his age, and he's extremely good with the ball at his feet. You know, that's what a lot of these top coaches look at now. It's not always about what you do in goal, your ability saving the ball. It's about what you can do with the ball with your feet. And Kelleher's probably better than Alisson at it. So I agree. It's between 30 and 50 for me. 30 and 50, and you let him go. I agree. Big up, honestly, becoming a member to the channel. Thank you very much, my friend. Big up to you and your super chats recently. I do appreciate it. Much love to you, my friend. Much love to you. 35 and Skangan deep. Yeah, I mean, it's that 40. Is that good on my eyes? That dodgy Kepa went for that shit. Went for shitloads. Yeah, I mean, he says Jen. Kelleher should go if he wants to win trophies because he ain't winning shit here anymore. Vincent Baker. Yeah, I think Kelleher needs. It would be best for him to go, but Liverpool got to get proper money for him, guys. Proper cash. I don't want to see Liverpool let him go for 20 million. If I see that in the summer that Liverpool let Kelleher go for 20 million, I am driving the 200 miles it takes to get to Liverpool from where I am in London. Yeah, I'm going to drive the 200 miles. I'm going to storm into the main offices there, and I am not going to leave till I get answers. I'm telling you that right now. If I see a stupid deal like that, I ain't going to go ballistic. I do not want to see no stupid 20 million crap. I want to see good money for him. Proper money. And don't forget, we got that young goalkeeper who played in the pre-season that looked quite good. Is it Davies? He looked actually quite decent. So maybe Liverpool looking at him as well. Because Adrian's going to leave. You know, so they're probably looking at him as well, thinking, yeah, he could be our next Kelleher. So, yeah, Harvey Davies, yeah. So they might be looking at him thinking, that's our next Kelleher right there. That's our next Kelleher right there. So let's bring him in. Big up Solo in the house. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Where is he? There he is. Big up Solo. Yeah, and it would be a joke. And that's what I'm saying, man. It better not happen, man. It better not happen. And you got Peter Luger there as well. Yeah, he's a good. I think Harvey Davies would be a good replacement. I think he's what they're looking at. I've never been a big fan of him. I've used 6 times. I've never been a big fan of him. He's the goalkeeper that don't like to dive, ain't he? Have you watched him? He don't like diving. Mad. No, I've never been a big fan of him. I really ain't. Let's talk about next story, guys. The next story right up now. This man. I have enough energy for another 10 years if you want. Jurgen Klopp's comments. I have enough energy for another 10 years if you want. Now, he didn't say another 10 years at Liverpool. He just said he feels like he has enough energy to be a manager for another 10 years easily. Now, he didn't say he meant staying at Liverpool, but I think, and I've been saying this for a while now, I think Klopp stays after the 3 years. I've been saying it for a while. I think he will stay, man. I think Klopp will stay. I've been saying it for ages now. Where is Klopp going to go? In all seriousness, what is Klopp's next job after Liverpool? Right? He probably wants to manage. I think the only thing he's ever mentioned is possibly the German manager job, right? German national team. But he's not ready for it yet, he says. He's too young. He doesn't want to take the German national team yet. I don't think he would manage Bayern Munich because of his love for Borussia Dortmund. I don't think he'd take the Bayern Munich job. He ain't going to manage anyone else in England because of his love for Liverpool, right? So where's he going to go? I can't see him going to Real Madrid because Real Madrid sack managers easily. And I think Klopp is the sort of manager that likes to take his time with the team, for a few years. Bayern Munich, he'd be a success at Bayern Munich. There's no doubt about that. But I just don't see him going there because of his love for Borussia Dortmund. I just don't think he'd want to play up against Borussia Dortmund. The Italian clubs, maybe. AC Milan, Juventus, maybe. Milan is a shout. So if you think of it like that, guys, where's he going? The Brentford Rejects. Do you remember the Brentford Rejects? Do you remember the Brentford Rejects? He could manage a team in Italy, sleeping giant like Roma. Yeah, I think that's the clubs he'd look at. I think he'd look at them sort of clubs. I don't think he's like top elite level clubs that he'd just go to. I think Klopp would be happy taking like a sleeping giant like a Roma or something like that, right? But would he get the longevity? Remember, Klopp likes longevity in a job. It takes him a couple of years for his teams to understand what he wants to do. It always takes a couple of years for his teams to understand what he wants to do. Then he goes for it. I just don't see him going, guys. I don't see him leaving Liverpool. I really don't. I think the only other place I could see him going to is Borussia Dortmund again. That is it. I think if Borussia Dortmund came calling for him, I think they'd go. I think Dortmund's his first love. I think that's his major love, right? Us Liverpool fans would probably think it's Liverpool because he's been here the longest. He loves Liverpool, of course he does. But I think he's still got a soft spot for Borussia Dortmund, in all honesty. I think he loves Borussia Dortmund too much. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went back there. Like he says, he wants to go back to Germany one day. So maybe it is a Dortmund. Big up, honesty. Thank you very much, my friend. I had to confess after thinking about it, I can't be Klopp out. He brought too many great memories and one bad season. Don't change my opinion. We were riding the good times and the bad. You never walk alone. Big up, honesty. Very truthful there, my man. Very truthful. Big up to you. Acton Stanley. Who are they? Where am I on this Klopp thing? I don't know where I stand. Look, I love Klopp. Most of us do. Most of us love Jurgen. Yeah. Look, Jurgen Klopp has gave us some of the greatest times ever as a Liverpool fan. We can't sit here and pretend he hasn't. Yeah. He's gave us some of the best times ever as a football fan. But at the moment, with Jurgen, he's acting a bit mental. He's acting a bit mental. And I love the guy. But there's some things at the moment I'm like, oh, Jurgen, he says things in press conferences. I'm like, Jurgen, don't say that. And he says it. I thought the Arsene Wenger thing he said the other day was tasteless. I don't think he should have said that. What he said about Arsene Wenger. I know it was a joke and a little a snide, but it came off a bit snidey, a bit. Why have you said that? He trusts too many of his older players. He has too much faith in players for me, Jurgen. He has too much. And it's a great thing. Look, if I'm a player and I play for Jurgen Klopp, I will do anything for him. There is no doubt about that. If you're a player for a Jurgen Klopp, if Jurgen Klopp's your manager, right, you'd literally do anything for him because he shows you all the love in the world. No matter what you do, he's with you through thick and thin. He backs you to the hill, right? So if you're a player, you'll be like, I'll do anything for him. Anything for him. Anything, right? But I'm not a player, I'm a fan, right? And this is different. You know, this is different. And I look at it and think, too many of the things he has said coming out lately don't make no sense. He contradicts himself in comments all the time, like talking about the midfielders, mentioning them all by name, you know, and then going, who can I get better? I mean, as a player, I'd be like, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine if he mentioned your name, right, in that midfield interview he did with the Anfield Rap and said, like, I've got Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner, Henderson, Kelleher, you know, tell me who I can get better. If I was one of them players, I'd be like, whoa, Jesus Christ. I'd be like top of the world. Do you know what I mean? Because he's like mentioning, like, who can I get better? And I'd be like, whoa, I'm playing for this man. But as a fan, we're like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. Because I know, you're like, Jurgen, I know, I can tell you 50 players right now that are better than the ones you just mentioned. I really can. I can tell you 50 players right now that are better than the ones you just mentioned, Jurgen. Yes, we can get better, man. We can get better. And his tactics this year have gone a bit mental. I don't understand his tactics this year. We're going to get to the Chelsea game in a minute because them tactics make no sense. His favouritism is getting a little out of control this season. There's some things, but then at the end of the day, I'm still like, it is Jurgen Klopp, and I love Jurgen Klopp. I'm in like this mixed up state at the moment. Be out honesty again. Funny how with Ibu and Joe G, we haven't conceded in 2 games. Should this be out of the fence until Big Virg returns, or should we start Matip? I'm going to get to that in a minute, honestly, because that's a great point. It's a great point. It's a great point. We're going to get to that in a minute. Big up to you, my friend. Let me just star that super chat so I don't forget your comment. It's a great point. The Klopp stuff, another 10 years. I'm telling you, I just don't see him going anywhere. I think he stays, guys. I think he wants to see a complete overhaul of this football team. A complete overhaul of this football team. Now, this is my problem with Jurgen Klopp, though. This is where the FSG versus Jurgen Klopp bit comes into the thing right now. So, we all know, as a fan of Liverpool Football Club, how our owners do our owners do their business. They're a money ball side, yeah? They're a money ball side. What they do, they sell an asset at a high price, sell them out, and then bring like 3 or 4 in that help the team improve, yeah? And it's worked, right? It's worked, right? So we know what FSG do, right? This is my issue. Jurgen Klopp knows what FSG do to run business, yeah? Now, if I tell you our midfielders, Fabinho, Henderson, Milner, right? Them 3 particularly, right? I'm going to bring them 3 up, right? Fabinho, Henderson, and Milner, right? Knowing that how many midfielders we have in our team, we've got 10 midfielders in our team, yeah? Right? Klopp's already said it. If a player gets injured, we can't just go and buy a player because we'll have too many players in our squad and I won't be able to register them, yeah? Hence why we have not bought a midfielder, because we've got too many midfielders in our squad. So Klopp can't unregister. Klopp won't be able to register the new player. And if he does register the new player, who's he going to take out that he doesn't want to take out? So I look at it like this. You got Henderson and Milner. They got new deals, yeah? Henderson got a new deal, is it 2 years back now? 18 months back? Put on like almost 200 grand a week, Hendo's on, yeah? Right? Big deal. 4-year deal. Milner took a pay cut, right? I think he's on 100 grand a week now, Milner. And he took a pay cut for 1 year, right? There's now belief that Milner will sign another new 1-year deal. and you still got Henderson with 3 years left on his deal. So you got 3 years left of a Hendo deal. You're gonna give Milner another year, right? He wants Kelleher to stay as well. He wants Naby to stay, but Naby don't want to take a pay cut. But if he convinces Naby to stay, right? So this is the problem, guys. If he manages to convince Naby to stay and take a pay cut, that's Naby, Henderson, and Milner again next year. Where is the room to buy new players in? Where's the room? Jurgen Klopp knows how FSG run, right? He knows how FSG run. They're buy to sell. So that means you've got to get rid of players to get new players in. But we keep everyone. We keep too many players in this team past their sell-by date. Should Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita be at Liverpool in 2023? Give me a yes or no in the live chat. Should Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain still be at Liverpool right now in 2023? Should they still be here? Should Jurgen Klopp sold them 2 years ago when they had asset on them? Like, Klopp knows their contract length. Should have Jurgen gone to the owners and gone to the owners? Look, we've got to be more ruthless here. Naby and Ox, as much as I like them as players and as men, I think they're good guys. They gave me a lot for this football club, right? And I trust them entirely. But they can't give me now what I've got going forward. I know they've got 2 years left on their deal. That's fine new clubs for them. That's fine new clubs for them because I need to get fresh blood in. I need new blood. I need fresh legs into this team. Do you see what I'm saying? This is why I don't blame the owners for everything. I don't blame the owners for everything. No, Klopp is not a stupid man. People act like Klopp doesn't know what's Klopp. People act, right? What people do online is they act like Klopp has no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Like, oh, Klopp's getting lied to all the time. He's fed misinformation. He's fed lies and blah, blah, and blah, blah. I'm like, is he? How do you know? I know you got utter love for Jurgen like we all do. But this, as I call it, the cult of Klopp, yeah? The cult of Klopp is just too powerful. It's too powerful because they won't open their eyes and see what actually is the truth, yeah? They won't open their eyes and see what's the truth, right? Wenger happened at Arsenal with Wenger, right? Wenger got too powerful, right? He trusted the players that brought him success, right? And he wouldn't let them go. So they got older and older and older with the football team. And in the end, they couldn't do what Arsene Wenger wanted them to do anymore. And then they kept getting injured and injured and injured. So he never had these players, right? And Arsenal couldn't, and he managed to get Arsenal into the top 4 every year because he's an exceptional manager, as Arsene Wenger. And he managed to get them into the top 4 every year, right? That's a bit like Klopp right now. He's so loyal to the players that gave him success. He doesn't want to turn his back on them. And I can understand that because Klopp's a decent man, right? He's a decent guy. He's a nice bloke, right? He doesn't want to turn his back on the players that gave him success. And I understand that. And I think it's a really nice thing. I really do. As I said, if I was a footballer and I played under Jurgen Klopp, I'd feel like the best and the biggest in the world. I feel like I'll be flying because I've got my manager's backing no matter what. I would do anything for him. But again, we're not players, we're fans. We're fans. And we got to see it, guys. Oxlade-Chamberlain and Keita should have left 2 years ago. When they still had time in their contracts, we should have been asking their agents to find them new football clubs to go to, yeah? Release them, let them go. Get something out of them. They're going for free, guys. We spent £100 million combined on Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita, and they're walking out the door for nothing. That's terrible business. And the only reason they're walking out the club for nothing, yeah, is because we're not giving them a new deal. It's not because they want to leave. It's because it's come to the end of their new deal and we're not giving them a deal they want to accept. If we went to Naby Keita, Naby is 180 grand a week for 4 years, he will sign it. But because we're not giving him a contract he wants to accept, He wants to leave. Big up Ash with the super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. Fergie, Pep and Jose labelled Rufus, who had unlimited funds, could bin players off and no sell-on fee. Klopp, Wenger and Poch all labelled too low, all worked under strict budgets. You see the pattern? I don't think that's necessarily true, though, Ash, but big up to the super chat. You got to trust in your youngsters then. You got to trust in your youngsters. Look, who would you rather, Ash, who would you rather have play right now? Oxlade-Chamberlain or Stefan Bajetic? Who would you rather give the spot to? Like, we've got to think, man. We've got to stop with this unlimited fund stuff. This unlimited fund stuff is sometimes a nonsense. As I keep saying, you can buy a player out there that doesn't cost a lot to improve your team. Enzo Fernandez went to Benfica for 10 million euros in the summer. Are you telling me Liverpool couldn't have bought Enzo Fernandez for 10 million euros this summer and he wouldn't be an upgrade on Ox, Naby, Milner or Henderson? You don't have to, that's not a lot of money, man. It's not a lot of money. There is players out there that can do the job, guys. We can't pretend there is not players out there. Our scouting is an issue. The scouting is not on Klopp. That's on the club, yeah? The scouting's terrible. I don't know what we're scouting. There's these diamond footballers. I'm looking at Arsenal now, right? I'm looking at Arsenal, yeah? I'm looking at the players Arsenal bringing in. Everyone laughed when Edu was made sporting director at Arsenal. Look at the players he's bringing in. Look at the players he's bringing in, improving that team. Who would have bought Saliba? How much did Saliba cost? 20-odd million? They just bought that Polish defender in the World Cup who was excellent for 20 mil. Look at the players there. Look at Martinelli they brought in. Look at the players they're bringing in now. You've got to have an eye for talent, man. We've got to have an eye for talent. We don't know who's picking the players. That's a problem. We don't know who's doing the transfers. That's a problem. It's an issue all over the country. Trossard for 20 million as well. Why weren't Liverpool in? There's so many decent players that have gotten for not a lot of money. Odegaard went to Arsenal for not a lot of money. Now look at him. He's going to cost you close to 100 million if you want him now. If you want Odegaard, you're probably going to have to pay close to 100 million for him. And Arsenal got him in for next to nothing. Liverpool have got to start scouting better. There's players out there. There's players out there that are not that expensive that can improve our team. Loads. Arsenal's front three yesterday cost combined £6 million, guys. £6 million. There's players out there we can get, man. We've got to get players in. We've got to get players in because I just don't believe the fact we can't buy players. I think it's bullshit. I think it's bollocks. I really do. I think this whole thing is complete bullshit. I really do. Look, we found the money for Gakpo. As Ash said, it was 8 million up front and the rest of it over his contract. As I said, Enzo Fernandez went to Benfica for 10 million in the summer. So we could have afforded Enzo Fernandez in the summer. Why didn't we buy him? And then we're interested in buying him when he's 120 million. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. So the money was there to buy a midfielder if you wanted to. But who's in charge? Who's in charge? If Gakpo got bought for 8 million, up front, and the rest over his contract, then in theory, Liverpool could have gone and got Enzo Fernandez before Benfica did, right? And he improved our team straight away. So there's players out in the market, guys, that Liverpool can go and buy, but we don't want to buy them for some reason. We don't want to buy them for some reason, and I don't know why. But we keep some of these players for too long. We keep some of these players for too long. I love Hendo. Look, I've got Hendo's book, man. Hendo's book. I love the guy. He's my captain. I love him. I do. He's brilliant for Liverpool Football Club. But giving him a 4-year deal probably the wrong idea. Giving him a 4-year deal on monster wages was the wrong idea. Giving Milner a year extension, probably the wrong idea. Keeping Kelleher and Ox for too long at this football club is probably the wrong idea. And now we can't get rid of them. So now what's going to happen is we're going to lose them all for free, make no money at all on them, and then have to find replacements. And the only reason they're leaving is because we can't give them no deals. As I keep saying, if we gave Naby Keita 180 grand a week for 4 years, he would sign it. The only reason he's not signing his new deal is because we're giving him less money. We don't get rid of people, guys. We don't let people go. As I keep saying, Klopp knows how FSG run. He knows how FSG run. So if he wanted new midfielders in, he knows that I've got to be a bit more ruthless and let some go to fund for other players. And the scouting's got to be better. This ain't all on Klopp, by the way. The scouting has got to be better. Who's telling Klopp what players we got? Who's the right ones that are available? This is where I'm confused about the whole football club, guys. This is where my confusion for this whole football club comes into. I'm so confused by it all because I don't know what we're doing as a club right now. Why are we keeping midfielders past their sell-by date? And there's no player that can apparently fix the problem. But I see players going everywhere that didn't cost a lot of money. But if we got rid of some of the players we had, we could fix that issue. It's a mad one. I don't know if the whole system is failed at this club right now, and it just needs an overhaul. Like the whole system just needs an overhaul. That might be the case. That might be the case. The whole system needs changing. Which, if that's the case, go for it. Change the system. You know, let's get rid of the scouting. Now, we heard when Klopp signed his new contract, you know, we heard that he has more say in transfers now. Julian Ward is leaving. Why is Julian Ward leaving? Why are we not getting answers, guys, to questions we need answering? Why are we not getting answers, guys? We've all got questions that we don't get answers to as fans. No one's told us why Julian Ward's leaving. No one really told us why Marco Edwards left. What happened there? We just hear rumours and hearsay. So we don't know what to believe. Julian Ward took over Michael Edwards as our sporting director 3 months into the job. He wants to leave at the end of the season. Why? Why? It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on here. I really don't. Like that, recalling Reece to sell Nat. Good luck, Nat. You deserve first team football. Exactly. Why would this is just a madness. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Man City only paid 16 million for Alvarez. 16 million. It's just this club is all over the shop. And I understand Klopp's loyalty. I do. I think it's a great trait at times to have loyalty. You need some loyalty in football, otherwise we're just too corporate, you know. So you do need loyalty, and I understand it. He's loyal to his boys that got him to where we are now, and he wants them to keep going. But the fact remains, we can all see it, guys, that it's not happening. You know, it's not going to happen. It's not going to improve us by sticking by these players for that long. Let them go. Let them go, guys. I think Klopp's just got to start being more ruthless. And hopefully this is a turning point for Jurgen. That he does start to become more ruthless. He kept the same midfield. You know, Stefan Bajetic played, Keita played, and Thiago played. For me, that midfield stays all season. That should be the first choice midfield now for the rest of the season. Because they're better. A game against Chelsea weren't a midfield issue, by the way. The game against Chelsea, I didn't have a problem with the midfield. It weren't the midfield why we didn't win that game, right? I thought the midfield did all right in that game. It's the fucking forwards. So Mo Salah we need to talk about in a minute. Yeah, I thought the midfield was all right. Stefan Bajetic has to keep his spot. I do not want to see Fabinho coming back into this team over Stefan Bajcetic. Not right now. That would be a mistake. Henderson is out. Look, the Hendo thing, he's only out because he's got back strain. Now, when Hendo's fit, that is where I want to see it. That's where I want to see Klopp be really ruthless when Hendo's fit again. When Hendo's fit, I think Hendo's fit for Saturday in the tie against Brighton. I want to see what Klopp does then. Does he recall his skipper as soon as he's fit again? This is my worry. Does he recall the skipper again as soon as he's fit? Now, I think it'd be harsh on Naby Keita. I think Naby Keita's gave us more in the last few games than Hendo's done all season. That'd be harsh on Naby, in my opinion. I think Naby, Thiago, and Stefan Bajcetic should stay the team. That Sunday, big up Aaron. I always forget. I keep forgetting it's Sunday. That should be the team, man. That should be the team. That should be our first choice midfield now going till the end of the season. I'm not saying it's the best midfield or anything like that, but at this moment in time, it works better than Thiago, Fabinho, and Henderson. Because Henderson and Fabinho cannot move anymore. They haven't got the mobility in midfield. Naby Keita has, Stefan Bajcetic has, and Thiago has. So them three give us more mobility and more protection than playing the other two. That has to be our first choice midfield going to the end of the season. But my worry is Henderson has only been out of the team because he had a back injury. Now, when he's fit again, does Jurgen put him straight back in? That's my only worry. Now, Fabinho, I think Klopp's actually pissed off with. I think Fabinho is actually the one Klopp's pissed off with the most. You see him shouting and screaming at Fabinho all the time. He's even mentioned him in his press conference about Fabinho. I think Fabinho is the player Klopp is pissed off with the most. So it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see Fabinho start many games now to the end of the season. He stays with Stefan. But I think Hendo is his captain, man. I think he's loyal to Hendo, and I think Hendo will come in games. I'm not saying Hendo shouldn't, by the way, because I think you've got to keep Naby available so he doesn't break down. So I'm all right, Hendo coming on for certain games and that, starting certain games. But for me, Naby's got to be your main choice going to the end of the season. Really has. Really has. Because they give us something better, man. Exactly, Leighton. Fabinho's coming on late in games and still looks like the slowest midfielder. He came on against Wolves, guys. No, the Chelsea game. Was it Chelsea game or the Wolves game? I think it was the Wolves game. He came on in the Wolves game, yeah, with like 5 minutes to go. And he looked tired straight away. I was like, what the hell is here? He looks tired straight away. Can't be too harsh on Fab. My name wasn't the same after a hip replacement as well. Jesus Christ. Fabinho has just signed a new contract with your. Has he? I hope not. Oh man. Fucking mad. Peter Gabby's so new. Liverpool is just this. Everything's fucked about this club right now. Everything's in a mess. Everything is in a mess. The midfield against Chelsea, I don't think was an issue. I think it was more the forward line. Gabby staying. The Bobby thing I'm split on. Right, I ain't going to lie here. I know I'm just told Klopp not to be sentimental, but I'm a bit sentimental. I'm a bit sentimental to Bobby. To be fair, Bobby Firmino has got the same amount of goals in the Premier League this season as a certain Mo Salah, who we should get to right now. Right, buckle in here, guys. Right, this is going to piss me everyone off. Mo Salah, I would actually think about moving him on in the summer. I know I've said this on Twitter. Some people agree, some people disagree, and I understand. Yeah, I get it, but fuck me, Salah's been crap since last January. It ain't just this season, guys. Go back to last January when he came back from AFCON to this January now. Salah's had good games in between. Don't get me wrong. He's not been shit in every game or anything like that. He still scores goals and that. But his contribution from last January to this January has been dreadful. Has been dreadful. I don't know what to say about Mo. I really don't know what to say about Mo. We need to move him on, in my opinion. I look at our forwards, right, and the reason I think he might move on, this is the reason I think he might move on, guys. Look at the young forwards we got in this team right now. Diaz, 25. Jota, 25. Darwin Núñez, 22, 23. Gakpo, what is he, 22, 23? Yeah. We got young, that's 4 forwards there, guys. Young forwards, hungry forwards. When they're all fit and ready, and we miss Jota and Diaz badly, when they're back, that is the future. That is the future right there. Mo is just... I don't know. I don't know what's happening to Mo. I really don't know what's happening to Mo. I love Mo Salah. Don't get me wrong. What Mo Salah's done for this football club is phenomenal. He might be Liverpool's greatest ever Premier League player. That's how highly I rate him, yeah? Obviously, you got Stevie G there, but Mo Salah won the Premier League, man. Mo Salah might be Liverpool's best ever Premier League player. And that's saying something considering we had Stevie G, right? People might not want to hear that conversation because of the love for Stevie. I get it. But we can't diss Mo like that, man. Mo is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Great footballer. Goal-scoring machine. He's 7th, guys. This is the mad thing. He is 7th in all-time Liverpool goal scorers. He took over Kenny Dalglish, guys. Took over Kenny Dalglish. He's got Robbie Fowler in 10. He's 9 goals behind Robbie Fowler. At the end of the season, he could actually be above Robbie Fowler in our all-time goal scoring list. You know, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing. But my problem with Mo right now, I'm not sure what Mo's doing. This is my problem. He's ineffective off the right-hand side right now. He's ineffective off the right-hand side. Do I think he just needs to kick up the arse? Maybe he does. Maybe Mo just needs to be dropped. Maybe Mo just needs to kick up the arse so he knows his spot is not secure. And then he turns into the Mo we all loved. Maybe he just needs that. Maybe Mo just needs to kick up the bloody arse, guys. Be up, Bajan. I said on Coppish Friday, people looked at me sideways. Salah has not been consistent since AFCON finished, and we could get good money and build a team up. Love Mo, but maybe time's up. Exactly, Bajan. Exactly. You know, we complain that the team is too sentimental. We complain that the team is too sentimental, but then we want to be sentimental and keep players. He needs to have Núñez playing as a striker. Yeah, big up Núñez. Big up Núñez. That's what I want Mo to be more like. Núñez reminds me of Mo Salah. Darwin Núñez reminds me of Mo Salah. It really does in some ways. You know, when Mo first came to Liverpool, he was all pace and energy and breaking behind players and running in behind, getting into the space. Obviously, he doesn't score goals like Mo, but his enthusiasm for the game. His enthusiasm for the game reminds me of Mo Salah when he first joined Liverpool. And that's another thing with Mo. Yeah, I know, that's the mad thing, Aaron. Aaron, that's the mad thing, man. This is the mad thing about Mo. He still has 17 goals this season, and we're complaining. That's the mad thing about it. This is why I'm confused, Aaron. This is why I'm so confused. This is why I'm so confused over Mo. He's got 17 goals in all competitions. He's got to get over 20 goals in all competitions yet again, which is absolutely amazing considering he's not a striker. But all of us in this chat, probably you as well, Aaron, are all saying the same thing. He's playing poorly. He's been playing poorly for a long time now. This ain't an overnight thing. It's been a monthly or even a year thing of playing poorly. But he's still got 17 goals. It's fucking mad. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Evening, Wayne. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, exactly, Michael. Exactly. His face. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Uh, Carla in the house. If you are defo the devil, love fella, never chat on anything, but it's always refreshing to be here. Then I start chatting like crazy. When his Mo is on the pitch, they always looking for him. Big up, Carla. Is it? Big up to you. Defo the devil, love. And never ever chat on anything, but it's always refreshing to be here. Then I start chatting like crazy. Big up to you. So I'm glad you come. I'm glad you like the channel. You like chatting to everyone. Yeah, the chat. Look, what I've always tried to do with my channel is I try to have as mature conversations as possible. I try and look on. If anyone's new to my channel, I always do this, right? I always done. I try and look at things with both sides of the coin. Yeah, right. So with the FSG stuff, yeah, I always look at it on two sides. Yes, they're not investing, but are they all that bad? I'll give you situations where they might not be all that bad, right? But I'll give you my opinion, yeah, and then I'll let the guys in the chat have their opinion. The Mo Salah stuff, like we're talking now, I love Mo, absolutely love him, man. He's got 17 goals this season, but he has been shit. Do you know what I mean? So, I'll always give you that 50-50 opinion, Yeah, that's what I just do, man. That's what I just do. Fuck off, Batman. Big up, Jerry. Mo wanted that Starman package. He's not just about goals now. He's all round play. He's doing neither at an elite level. You're right, Jerry. You're right. Big up Jerry as well. Go and make sure you subscribe to the Jerry James Show, guys. Get him. He's almost on 1K. Big up Jerry, almost on 1K. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel, my man. Everyone get him up to 1K. Maybe the meeting with PSG owners is to go to get them to pay 100 million plus transfer fee to some of that Liverpool. Can you imagine? Salah went into business for himself. Mo went into business for himself. The thing is, though, people will sign Mo Salah. I know people were saying, how much you going to get for Mo? I still think you can get 80, 100 million for Mo. And people were like, no, you can't. But what people have got to remember, Mo is more than just a footballer. Mo is more than just a footballer. Mo's face, his likeness, yeah? Mo's likeness is massive. I think people don't realise how much commercially Mo Salah can bring to your football club around the world. Especially in the Arab world and stuff like that. He's Arabic. He sells everything over there. He's the king of Arab football. He is the king of Arab football. They love him. Commercial revenue off Mo's likeness is huge. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Yeah, exactly. But I just want Mo to do more, man. I think Mo just needs to be kicked up the arse. Maybe Mo needs to be dropped for Harvey Elliott and play him right wing. Maybe that will sort him out. Maybe that will sort Mo out. You just go, look, Jurgen goes, look, Mo, you're not giving me what I need right now. You're not giving me what I need right now. And I know it's still there. So I'm going to drop you out for Harvey for a couple of games. I might be like, fuck that. You are not dropping me out for crinkle cut haircut, boy. I am not being dropped here. Right? And then a couple of games later, Salah comes back and like, you're not dropping me ever again. I'm going to show you why. Maybe that's what Mo needs. Maybe Mo has had so much security since he's been at Liverpool. He has never been dropped. Never out the team. Yeah. His injury record is perfect. Touch wood. Touch wood, everyone. Touch wood. Right? His injury record is perfect. He's always reliable. He's an athlete to the highest end, yeah? A machine. Right? But he's always been secure in his position. No one's, when we bought him, we moved Mane to the left to accommodate Mo on the right. Remember, Mane played on the right that whole season. Yeah, the following season we bought Mo and shifted Mane to the left-hand side. Salah has always been the right winger for Liverpool. Never ever dropped. Never under anything. Security conscious, everything. No one comes in. We don't buy anyone to move him out. The man has a safety blanket on every match he plays because he knows it doesn't matter. He's going to play the following week. He can drop a 2 out of 10. It don't matter. He's playing the following week. So maybe Mo just needs that kick up the arse. Maybe Mo just needs that massive kick up the arse, drop for a couple of games to Harvey Elliott, and that'll piss him off. And then we see the real Mo come back. But I will say, if we drop Mo Salah for a Harvey Elliott for a couple of games, and then we bring Mo back in, and he doesn't perform again, then we know Mo's done. Then we know Mo's done. That's how we know. Very balanced, and you get very, and you will get very far. I love Mo, but but they play him. He should be on more goals. Even when he got the golden boot, he was missing a few. Haaland is a change philosophy for the guy. Big up to you. You're right as well. We will get 78 million. Still spot on, Jamie. Now, big up, Mr. Chaos. Jamie, would you take Rodri to Chelsea for a 1 year deal? Gakpo is a bad signing. We'll get to the Gakpo stuff. Revenue benefits number one, but FSG, Jamie. Yep. Big up, Jersey boy in the house. Mo is done. I felt like it's the manager's done. Jamie, we need to get rid of a few players, mate. We certainly do. Do we need to think of life after Klopp? I would. I just don't think I don't think Klopp's going anywhere though. That's why. Jamie, is it in his contract that if he's fit, he plays? Just saying. Who knows? I just think Mo just needs to kick up the arse, guys. That's all it is. Nothing bad. Kick up the arse. Drop for a couple of games. Take that security away from him that he plays every week, even though he puts out stinkers. And see what he does then. Klopp should test him. That's what Jurgen should do. He should test him a little bit. See where his head's at. See where he is physically and emotionally. You drop him for a couple of games, and then you bring him back in, and you're like, and if Mo produces again, you're like, right, that's what Mo needed. He needed a kick up the arse. So I know what to do. I know how to go with Mo now. But if Mo comes back after being dropped and you've got the same Mo that's been performing lately, then you know in your head as a manager, maybe Mo's done. Maybe Mo's done it for me now, and I've got to move him on. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. I agree, my man. Big up Nightly in the house. Big up Jay, mate. Great live stream as usual. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it, guys. What are we doing for likes, guys? I ain't looked at the likes yet. 89 likes, guys. We've got 192 people in here right now. Let's get this up to 100 likes right now. So if you've not pressed the like button yet, that thumb button underneath the video, go and press it. We've got 190 people in here. We should be on 100 likes. Go and press that thumb right now, guys. Right now. Let's go and press that thumb button. Come on, guys. Go and press it. If you're watching on your phone, go and press that thumb button. Just once. Leave a like. All done. 98 likes. There's 99 likes. Keep going. Let's go over 100 likes. 100 likes is what you need on a show. Come on, guys. Press that thumb button. If you press it too many times, it'll come off. Just press it once if you've not pressed it. Let's get the likes up, guys. Big up to the chat. Big up to the chat. It's the first time I've asked you in over an hour. It's been a good show, guys. We're talking well. We're doing good stuff here. Big up. Over 105 likes now. Big up to the chat. There you go. Keep pressing the like button if you've not pressed it, guys. First thing you do when you come in here, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. But that's my fun me, says Aaron. So, guys, that's what I think on the Salah situation. Personally, I think drop him for a few games. See where Salah's head's at. If Mo comes back after being dropped and he's performing at the same level, there's a situation with Mo where you might have to think about moving him on. If he gets dropped and comes back and fires again, it's just that Mo was just playing with that security blanket on, knowing he's untouchable no matter what the performances are. So I think you've got to test Mo there. You've got to test him. And see where his head's at, personally, for me. Right, let's talk about other things here, guys. Get rid of the book at the back. Look, guys, it's Liverpool merchandise, man. I'm going to buy it. Do you know what I mean? It's Liverpool merchandise. Do you know what? Does everyone know what the name of the first chapter is? Does everyone know the name of the first chapter? Chapter 1. Can everyone see that? Chapter 1. Training is our transfer. Chapter 1. Training is our transfer. Oh. Throw that awful book. Chapter 1, I love myself, says Aaron. All right, let's talk about Gakpo. Let's talk about Gakpo. Now, a lot of abuse is coming Gakpo's way. It's his 4th Liverpool game. I think it's only his 2nd Premier League game or 3rd Premier League game. It's a little unfair. It's a little unfair, and here's why I'm going to say it's a little unfair. So, when Luis Diaz came into Liverpool last January, Luis Diaz is a completely different player. He's high energy, he can dribble, he's explosive, and he's very pacey. Yeah. So when you play that sort of player on the left wing, when you got, you know, you're an athlete, you're pacey, you're explosive, you can dribble, you go look more eye-catching. You just are. You go look more eye-catching on the eye, right? Gakpo is none of them. You know, Gakpo is not quick. You know, he's not a dribbler. You know, so on the eye test, straight away you go like, I don't know why we bought him. Like that, yeah. You're going to be like, I don't know why we bought him. Here's my problem with Gakpo, and this is why I feel sorry for him. We bought a player that we have no idea what to do with. Simple as that. We bought a player we had no idea what to do with. So you see Gakpo playing for PSV, and he plays on the left wing, yeah? Plays on the left wing, right? And that's where he plays for them. For Holland, he played on the left wing and through the middle, yeah? And he was actually better through the middle for the Dutch than he was on the left wing, right? But for PSV, he played on the left wing most of his career. Liverpool looked at him. Liverpool bought him, and the first thing that came out of Liverpool when asked about Gakpo is that Liverpool see him as a player that can play anywhere across the front three. And straight away, I'm like, what? What? So you don't know what to do with him? That's basically the truth. You don't know what to do with him. That's what it's about. So you bought him in, you bought a player in, and in reality, you had no idea what to do with him. So he plays left wing for PSV. That's where he plays. That's where he scored his goals. That's where he assisted. He's actually a good crosser of the ball. He's not great in the air, but he's a great crosser of the ball. Yeah. That's where he played. That's where you scouted him, Liverpool, right? And then you buy him and go, we see him as a player that plays anywhere in the front three. No. So where's he played this since he's been at Liverpool? In 4 games. He's played left and central. He's played 2 different positions with 2 different wingers in all his games so far, and people expect him to be fucking good. It ain't going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. You know, you can't play him. Right, we're going to play him left wing 1 week, yeah? Right, and then the next game, we're going to play him through the centre area. So this is what Gakpo's had to do since being at Liverpool. He played centrally as a number 9 with Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left. What do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? He's got Ox on the left of him and a Mo Salah on the right of him who no longer runs. What's Gakpo meant to do? Right, I'm going to get in the box ready for these Mo Salah and Oxlade-Chamberlain crosses, am I? No, they ain't coming in. Mo Salah don't cross. Oxlade-Chamberlain can't run, let alone cross the ball. What's Gakpo meant to do? Literally, just stand there like, I suppose I'll just have to play in midfield for a bit. See, that's what Gakpo's doing when he plays in the middle. He drops deep, links the play, and tries to pick up the ball in midfield because he's getting none of the ball in the forward area. Because no one's crossing to him. You know what I mean? It's a madness. It's a madness. I don't know why we bought him if you have no idea what to do with him. It's like me buying a dog and turning it into a cat. Do you know what I mean? Well, I bought this dog for the family, but I didn't really want a dog. I wanted a cat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this look like a cat as much as I can. You know, I'm going to shave all his hair off, make its ears really pointy. You know, I'm going to make it a cat. I'm going to make it a cat. That's what I'm going to do. That's what Liverpool did with Gakpo. Make him a cat. Bought a player and had no idea of it. Gakpo will come good. Mark my words, says Honesty. Preach. Big up Honesty with a super chat. Yeah, again, you're the man. It's just a madness. Why? What? Why buy a player you have no idea what to do with? It don't make sense to me. It's same with Carvalho, by the way. The same with Carvalho. That's going to be his new name, ain't it? Catpo. It's the same with Carvalho. Same thing happened, right? We bought Carvalho. What was the noises at the football club? We see Carvalho as a player that can play along the front three. Exactly the same as Gakpo. In other words, we don't know what to do with him. It's mad. So you wanted Carvalho that badly, Liverpool. You wanted Carvalho that badly that you watched him at Fulham for a year, playing the number 10 position behind a striker where he looked brilliant. And what did Liverpool do? Right, we don't play with a number 10. You know, we don't play with a number 10. That's not our system. So we're going to buy him in, and then we're going to say he can play anywhere in the front three. I give up. Why are we buying him then? Why are we buying players that we don't know their best? Oh, God. This team, man. This team. This team does my head in, man. I'm starting to figure out now that Stevie Wonder is our scout. I'm literally starting to figure it out now. I reckon we have scouted Stevie. I reckon we hired Stevie Wonder to be our scout. I really do. I think we went to America, got in touch with Stevie Wonder and went, look, Stevie, you're a big name in showbiz, yeah? You're a massive name in showbiz, right? We want you to be our scout for Liverpool, right? And Stevie's like, I don't even fucking know who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Like who are you? Like, yeah, Steve, don't worry about the blind thing. We'll work through that. But yeah, we want you to be our scout. We want you to be our scout. It's the only explanation, guys. It's the only explanation. Or we are buying players by guessing. Have you ever done this when you was a kid, right? You know when it's the Grand National, for everyone in the UK who might know this. When it's the Grand National, yeah, and your parents ask you to pick a horse and they tell you to close your eyes in the paper. Remember, you get the newspaper in the morning of the Grand National of all the horses, yeah? And then you close your eyes and go, that one, and open it, and then your parent goes and puts a pound bet on it for you. Yeah, all right. Is that what we do with players? So the scout got a whole list of players, and Pep Linders and Klopp just went that one. Oh shit, it's Carvalho. Fuck it. Is that what we do? Is that what we do? Is that what we do as a team now? Because it makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. We buy players and then don't know what to do with them. We buy players and have no idea what to do with them. How can you scout Carvalho for a year and then don't know his best position? I'm not a scout, but I watched Fulham a few times in the Championship, and I went, that Carvalho's a really good number 10. I'm not even a scout. And then he goes to Liverpool and he's like, yeah, he can play anywhere across the front three. No, he can't. No, he can't. No, he can't. We have witnessed that ourselves. He is shit at left wing. He can't play number 9. He can't play right wing. And you tried him in central midfield and he got absolutely destroyed. No, he can't. It's just mad. It's just absolute madness. Big up Jen in the chat as well. Gifted 1 Jamie Phillips football memberships. Big up Jen LFC. What an absolute legend. Big up, Jen LFC. Go and grab yourself a membership there, guys. Big up, Jen. That's a great thing for you to do. Much love. Thank you very much. It's just mad. It's just mad. And then we've got Gakpo in, who I think can be a good footballer for us, yeah? If we just put him in a position that suits him and let him play there, let him learn, let him get good in that position. If you brought Gakpo in, seeing that he's a left winger, we haven't got any left wingers at the moment. Play him left wing. Play him there. We haven't got any left wingers at the moment. Play him where he's meant to play. No, not this football club. We'll play Oxlade-Chamberlain left wing, and we'll play Gakpo through the middle. Oh, yeah, well done. Well done. And you wonder why he's looking fucking shit. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Play him where he's meant to play. It's stupid. No, Harvey Elliott looked really good against Wolves in the FA Cup replay, yeah? He played right wing, he scored his goal, made it 1-0, won us the game, yeah? What do we do the following game? We play him left wing! And Gakpo through the middle! What is going on? What is going on? It's just mad. Big up Recency Bias Radio. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. It's just absolutely mad. So you're playing... Harvey Elliott had a good game against Wolves in the FA Cup because he played his more natural position, a right wing, yeah? That's more his natural position. That's where he scored. All right? The following game, Klopp goes, I think Harvey looked really good at left wing. No! No! It's not. No! Don't stop. Stop. Play him in his more natural position. And Francisco, you're right, Gakpo played right wing and striker of Holland because they didn't know what to do with him either. That is a Dutch problem as well. You know, they didn't know what to do with him either. It's like, play them in their positions, man. Play them where they can naturally play. It's just madness. You're buying players in and you don't know what to do with them. But yet you play Oxlade-Chamberlain and Harvey Elliott, who cannot play. Harvey Elliott and Oxlade-Chamberlain cannot play left wing, but they have all played left wing before Gakpo. Someone explain that to me. Someone, please. Someone explain it to me. Gakpo played left wing for PSV. His whole thing at time at PSV sometimes went a little bit central, but most of the time played left wing, yeah? We buy him and we play Elliott and Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left before Gakpo. Someone help me with this, please. I need it. And then, where does Gakpo play when everyone's fit? Because Luis Diaz is number one left winger, right? Luis Diaz, when fit, is our number one left winger by a mile, right? Jota, I'd actually have at left wing as his deputy, yeah? So if Luis Diaz can't play left wing and Jota's fit, I'm playing Jota at left wing over Gakpo as well, because I know what Jota can do, right? Where did Gakpo play? Are we going to make Gakpo a number 9? Is that what we're doing? Is that what Klopp's going to do? Are we going to play Gakpo as that number 9? Is that what we're going to do? Because if that's the case, and that's what the club want to do, I'm all for it. If the club has decided, you know what, we see Cody Gakpo as the future number 9, yeah, for Liverpool Football Club. So we're just going to play him there till he gets used to it. That's what we're going to do for the next years to come. I'll be like, all right. So you got a plan. That's what you got to do. So if that's the case, why the fuck did we buy Darwin Núñez? None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. It don't make sense, guys. Doesn't make sense. We've got too many players in positions that we don't need. We've got too many players in positions. DJ Brain says Núñez left wing, Gakpo and Diaz right wing. I mean, Diaz can play on the right. But the thing is, though, with these, like, if we're going to do things like that, what the club need to do is just to cement that as a thing, right? If they want to play in that way, they've got to just let the player play there all the time and let his confidence build. So if they see Gakpo as a number 9, Just keep playing him as the number 9 then, right? Tell everybody right now, the club should come out and say, do you know what? We see Cody Gakpo as a future replacement for Bobby Firmino as that false 9 position, yeah? Not an out-and-out 9, that false 9. That's how we see him. And that's how we go with it in the future. And I'll be like, okay, cool. All right, if it works, it works. Go for it, right? At least you've got a plan. But at the moment, it don't seem like they've got a plan for him. Right now, they don't look like they've got a plan for Carvalho. I'm hearing we're not even going to loan Carvalho. What I'm hearing right now, in the summer, we're going to sell Carvalho. Sell him. We're not even going to loan him. I've heard through my source told me that basically Liverpool are looking to sell Carvalho in the summer because Klopp don't see him as a player. You know, he's always in and out of the team. He's always in and out of the team. You know, Klopp didn't even have him in the fucking squad against Chelsea. And what I'm heard is that he's going to sell Carvalho, not loan him. So let's see. It's just mad. Buying players that make no sense don't help the team. It's just, yeah, I see the Chiesa rumours. The only problem with Chiesa is that his fitness levels is not the greatest. You know what I mean? And I am sick of buying players that ain't got good fitness levels. And plus, you know, where we're getting the money for him. The only way we get Chiesa is if we actually sell Salah. That's what I'm saying. The only way we get Chiesa is if we sell Mo, and he's Mo's direct replacement. Like, he's literally Mo's direct replacement. I think that's the only way we get someone like a Chiesa in. It's absolute madness, guys. Absolute madness. This club will kill me, guys. It really will. This club will kill me. Yeah. So yeah, Liverpool have identified Juventus winger Federico Chiesa as a potential long-term replacement for Mo Salah. So they see him as a potential long-term replacement for Mo Salah. Apparently, this is the rumor today coming out this morning. Does that mean the club are thinking about selling Mo Salah then? Are the club actually thinking about selling Mo Salah then? If that's the case. We got Frank in the house. Hope you're doing well, my friend. You're right there as well. Amy in the house. How you doing? No thanks, Gus. Cases ACL. No thank you. We have an abundance of injury-prone players. I agree, Amy. I agree totally. I don't think we should be getting rid of him either. I don't think we should be getting buying Chiesa either. His injury record's it's terrible, man. He's had ACL, man. I ain't spend £100 million for a winger that's coming back from ACL injury. Are you mad? with the way we play and train, you know, he's going to have another ACL injury. It's mad. Yeah, I'm with Scraps. I'm with Scraps. Diaby is the one. Yeah, I'm with you, man. That's the one. That's the one. If we're going to sell Mo, that's the player I want to replace him. I'm with you. Big up Dean in the house. How you doing, man? It's because Klopp is Montorious when it comes to his tactics. He likes insanity, running, etc. Even if you're not technically good, stubborn, and that's why we are this terrible this season. That could be a truthful thing. Diaby, yeah. That's it. Yeah. Is that the I am thinking of the Bayer Leverkusen player, ain't I? He's a good player, ain't he? I'm thinking of the Diaby player, the Leverkusen Diaby, ain't I? That's the one I'm on about. Is that the one everyone else is on about? The Leverkusen Diaby? Because he's fucking quality. No, Saka's not world class, but he's on his way to be. Yeah, all right. We're all on the same wavelength. Cool. Yeah, he's a quality player. No, Saka's not world class. Yeah, Mr. Diaby. Yeah. Yeah, the Leverkusen boy. Yeah, he's quality, man. He's the one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's the one I'd want. He's the one I'd definitely want, guys. If we're going to get any of them coming in. Yeah, so described as not a Jurgen Klopp player by Jamie Carragher and failing to even make the bench against Chelsea. Would it be best for Fabio Carvalho to be loaned out in the summer, or do you feel that he still has a role to play at Liverpool? This is the stuff coming out today. I've heard that Liverpool are up to selling him, not even loaning him out. Paul Mitchell is apparently on the shortlist to be the next sporting director at Liverpool, guys. Paul Mitchell. I don't know a lot about him. I've heard a lot of hype about him, a lot of good things said about him. What do you guys say in the chat about Paul Mitchell, guys? Paul Mitchell to be Liverpool's new sporting director, taking the role over Julian Ward. Again, as I say, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know a lot about him. I've heard a lot of hype about him. A lot of people have good things to say about him. Yeah, bring the Mitchell brothers in. Is he related to Phil and Grant? Can you imagine? Could you imagine if he was related to Phil and Grant Mitchell? That'd be hilarious. But no, because they're fictional characters. These guys. So, guys, we're going to bring Paul Mitchell in. We're going to bring Mitchell in as our sporting director. For anyone who don't know, that is Phil and Grant Mitchell. So, yeah, we're bringing one of the Mitchell boys in. We're bringing one of the Mitchell boys in as our sporting director. Oh, Peggy's second cousin. Phil looks a lot like Rooney. Peggy Mitchell. Phil thinks he's hard. We need Gravado as well as centre back. Yeah, look, I would love that guy. My only worry, Bajan, I think it'd cost a world record fee to get him right now. That's my only worry. What is he, 20, 21? Obviously, he's a Liverpool fan, which helps, but he would cost around 90 million. Like, I think Leipzig will be looking at it and thinking, right, if Fofana cost 80 million, Maguire cost 80 million, and this geezer's this good at 20, he probably would break the world record for a centre-back. And you got to have serious money, man. Serious money. But I'm with you, Bajan. I'm with you. He could be a great replacement. By the way, the geezer that just went to Arsenal, the Polish centre-back, that just went to Arsenal for 20 million, I don't understand why we went all over that. He's bloody fantastic. I don't understand why we went over that deal. He would have been excellent in our back four as a replacement for Joel Matip. Only 20 mil. We're missing out on so many good bits of business, guys. It's unreal. There's so much good business going out there that we're missing out on, guys, that we could snap up easily. It's a madness to me, an absolute madness. But hey, guys, it's the way we are at the moment. It's the way we are at the moment. But look, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I do really appreciate it. You guys are all tremendous. Much love to every single one of you. I won't be back. I'll be back tomorrow now, guys. There won't be an evening show tonight because it is my father-in-law's birthday, and we're going out for a meal. So I won't be I won't be around tonight, guys, unfortunately. So yeah, we're going out for a meal for my father-in-law's birthday. But I'll be back tomorrow, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with another show. So make sure you're tuning in 12:30 every weekday, guys. Make sure you're tuning in, and we'll have more to talk about, guys. More Liverpool stories, more transfer rumours, more crap we have to chat about. We'll chat about, guys. Looking forward to the FA Cup this weekend as well. We're going to get ready about that as well. So a lot to talk about, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow at 12:30. Yet again, big up to all.